Hello everyone, GBA049 here. It's been over a year since the release of Metroid Dread, and for this occasion to celebrate its anniversary, I've chosen to share each of my blogs that I've written for an activity featured on the Metroid Amino, the Metroid Dread 30-Day Challenge. One video upload for each question, as shown. Feel free to share or do this challenge on your own if you'd like. It's always nice to hear different perspectives from others. Without further ado, let's begin. What a fantastic way to start off this challenge. A time of revisiting the grandest hour, birthing a new age of Metroid via 2.5 decade overdue recognition is nothing short but a miraculous feat for one's mind to reestablish, like going through an old family picture album. Because objectively speaking, the first reveal trailer meant a lot to the Metroid community, myself included. But not in a way that you'd expect coming from someone that loves the series from blood to soul. I'm going to be honest here, I don't exactly remember how it started for me. All that I can remember at the top of my head is overhearing someone on my old Discord server referring to a new Metroid game, and me with a sudden hostile outburst rushing to YouTube without a nanosecond of delaying. At least I think that's how it went. But again, the memories are sadly vague. Perhaps I already knew about the title since my friend told me about it prior to watching the trailer with eye-widening curiosity or something, yet out of everything I can salvage out of the databanks was forcing the excitement out of my voice in an attempt on wanting to sound genuine. Because the act of shock and surprise works way differently on my end. Since at times when I'm silent without speaking for a specific period of time, I'm usually unenthusiastic and indifferent to new things that come out of the game industry, and my reactions for them are mostly consisted of, okay, that's cool, I guess, in a basic banal expression. In other words, my reaction to this new Metroid game trailer was oddly curious, rather than thrilled with excitement like everyone else clearly and or probably was. At first. Slight confession to make here. I actually had no understanding what the numbers next to Metroid meant even before Dread was announced. Well, right now, of course I do, but back then a year ago, which if I may add, is embarrassing, I thought it was referring to the number of Metroid games revealed in the series so far. Metroid 5, the 5th Metroid game in the series. Technically yes and technically no, because the Classic and Prime series follow their own separate path in the Metroid Chronicle. Speaking of Classic, right from the start when Samus drops from what looked like a ceiling vent, I could already tell from a graphical standpoint that the design of Metroid Dread had a classical look to everything, and not the insufferably long anticipated Prime 4, which I'm expecting to look extremely advanced with technological detail. Moving along from the part where Samus navigates inside an alternate dimension-like area, being greeted by the soon-to-be greatly underestimated invulnerable robot GLaDOS menace, and followed by a brief gameplay sequence of being chased after said menace, my attention was steadily rising the moment I saw Samus actually get ensnared by the damn thing. Realizing that this bizarre and out-of-place robot is one that is programmed to ultimately make Samus officially meet her league. Similar to the SAX, but honed more prominently just by the short and effective presentation that portrayed it as a formidable threat to be taken seriously. And then the spine-chilling, distorted, flickering sound transition blinked right in with immaculate timing. Wait a second. Wait a second! Wait a second! Isn't it amazing how the human body can react to seeing one word? Because the very instant I gazed at the title glitching out uncontrollably in a bright red font, my initial curiosity of insulting, uninspiring blandness were smited to ashes and allowed my mind to circumnavigate all over the mental complex of emotions erupting with total insanity. The word dread made me completely lose it. From the Easter egg hinted at the pirate homeworld in Prime 3, the false possibility of Prime 4 being called Metroid Prime 4 Dread, and the whole idea that this fucking glamorous Metroid reveal was objectively the kind of game that literally no one in the world expected. Because we constantly had our minds set to Prime 4, but this, I seriously couldn't get over the incredulity over the word Dread reacquiring a global endorsement instantaneously, like it was rightfully deemed to be the game to transform the series. Hardly anyone batted an eye when Samus Returns came out, but to this day, I am honestly shocked that Metroid Dread outright exploded with views and reactions worldwide the moment people saw the word Dread. It's like people already had known that the game was a cancelled project, furthermore only viewed as a silly meme for the longest time since it was hinted for the DS originally and that it was just conspiracy said to be forgotten or something. This trailer proves all of the above wrong. Metroid Dread was never a meme nor a conspiracy. It was 100% real. Hiding in the shadows after all this time, literally waiting to be revealed for so very long. And when it finally did, that was the day when Metroid became mainstream. For the first time in its life. I have no idea how it was possible for Metroid Dread to do this, but I'm glad that it did. Just seeing those 5 letters was like a goddamn revelation that put me in dismay. Dread literally reawakened me and completely filled my mind with nothing but Metroid. Contacting my close friend on Discord and discussed for a while, listening to my favorite Metroid tracks on my MP3, and was ultimately encouraged and fully motivated to create the Metroid Marathon Let's Play series, A Dreadful Journey. It was a grand inception for many, and that's honestly crazy that Metroid Dread was capable of doing it. It was a big deal right from the start in more ways than one. Still can't believe it.